Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
Makeup artist to the stars. She's a celebrity makeup artist, has her own products, makeup line. She's a pretty girl, just like her line says, and so much more. Christina, you do the honors, introduce yourself, and you do look very
Oh my,
beautiful today. It's good lighting.
well, yeah, it's very good lighting. It's clearly good lighting. Yes, thank you. It's so good to see you. How have you been?
I'm okay. Like I mentioned, I have a bad sty today, so I apologize. I don't look as good. I can't put any makeup on. You know how that is. But
Oh,
from wearing those fake
ouch.
eyelashes, it happens. And I went to bed. I didn't wash off the stuff, and I just always get infections. So that's why I don't really wear fake
Oh,
eyelashes anymore.
it's such a bummer because it's like they look so amazing. And then, like, what is the best protocol for lashes, do you think?
I don't.
Is it
Well,
like,
lately
what
it's
was it that,
all natural. Well,
oh,
you know what it is? Can I be honest with you? I think
I
I
wonder.
wore, I don't wear eyelashes much anymore. When I worked on television morning news every day, as you know, you got to wear the lashes, right? So I would always make sure I take them off right after work, wash my face. What happened was I did a little photo shoot with the kids, my portrait shoot with them at JCPenney last week. And then I left them out in the sink and well, whatever. So I think they got dirty, right? And I didn't wash them. I
They were
always
used.
they were
They were
used. Oh
used ones.
yeah. I use used ones, but I usually dip them in alcohol on the ends. You tell me, do you do this? Dip it in alcohol and then it kills the germs. That's what I thought. I've always done that because I've
Correct.
reused my lashes for weeks when I used to work in television, but I didn't do that. So I must have had eye germs on it.
This is such a good topic because people
It's-
are constantly like, do we do the lash extensions? Do we do the fake lashes? Do we just do the mascara? What's the best thing? Eyes are super, delicate, and infection can grow like, in a second. And so that's why I definitely recommend making sure, just what you said with the fake lashes, make sure that you put them, if you're going to reuse them, use the alcohol.
Mhm.
At the end of the day, with the mascara, wipe it off. It's your eyes need to, have nothing on them. And then also a big factor is mascara needs to get changed every 2 to 3 months, and don't share it with anybody.
Ah,
It's your
that's
best friend, your daughter, whatever, it doesn't matter. The germs, you will get an eye infection. So all these things with makeup, people don't realize, they're so concerned about clean beauty. They're not concerned about cleaning their makeup brushes or keeping their things sanitary.
yeah.
And you had the one time you didn't do it, because I know you're super
Regimen.
regimented
I was
about
just
it.
too tired,
I
and
get
just
it.
ah ah.
And they hurt and they're awful. So yeah, no,
Mhm.
I get it. I get it. So I guess the lesson learned is take that extra few minutes, even when you're dying tired, because an infection can occur. And, you just don't want that to happen because it's painful, it's
What about
uncomfortable,
you?
it's
You have all your
annoying.
makeup brushes. You're working on people's faces. You have to explain the process of that because you work on multiple
Oh,
clients. So how do you do it?
a
You
good
can't use a
question.
new
So,
brush for every person. Like, do you know, like, how do you do it?
well, it's kind of both. So if I'm on a shoot, I had a 2-day shoot this week for gig I'm on. It was this tech company here in California. I have enough brushes that I can use them, different ones on different people, which I do. But in between each person, I clean the brushes with a disinfectant every time. Even if I'm going to use the brushes on the same person during the shoot, I will make sure that they are cleaned in between. And I'm constantly on set washing my hands with soap and water in between clients, because it's little things like that that do make a difference later, that you don't wash your hands, you get a little eye, and God forbid one of my clients gets something, that
Yeah.
would really be the end of the world. And that's how there are some makeup artists that have not, I have heard that they don't, that they've had clients that get eye infections. and
Yeah.
and of course, it's that eye infection that's the worst one in history, right? Um, so it's, you won't get hired back if you don't really keep these things clean. And then on a personal level, when you're using your makeup brushes, it's just important to do, once a week, clean your brushes, especially, the foundation ones, the ones you use for concealer, the ones with moisture on them. Warm soap and water. You can use conditioner and shampoo. You can use, um, a one that I like to use is olive oil and
Mm-hmm.
vinegar, and
Yep.
that will get
Vinegar.
the
Yep.
vinegar will disinfect and the oil will get off all of the makeup.
How long does it take? And is it white vinegar you use?
I use a white vinegar. Yeah. I think it's good. And then and then my other DIY is with vinegar, baking soda and vinegar is so great for pouring some down the drain. Some baking soda and vinegar, it clears out the pipes, gets rid of
Interesting.
all the yuck. So
Wow.
all these little great vinegar is like amazing for so many things. I mean, in the morning, it's good to drink Bragg's apple cider vinegar with a tablespoon with a glass of water. It realkalines your system. It gets rid of sugar cravings, and it really helps keep your skin clear if you're having any, problematic acne, that pops up every now and again. So anti-inflammatory is really good. Green tea, celery juice, all really, it's beauty from the inside out, and it's all these little things to keep ourselves healthy and our immune system strong.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. Ooh, I like drinking vinegar, by the way.
I do too. I think it's great.
I put it with,
I
I
had
add
lemon
water
today.
and ice. Ah, nice. Nice.
Yeah. And then so for a cold, so, I'm constantly, we talk about this all the time, and, we need to drink the water. We need to drink the
Yep.
water. So during the winter months, I get like, let's say 6 lemons, take the rind off and cut them in half, put them in the Vitamix with a big chunk of ginger. I would say like 2 inches of ginger, fresh ginger, and then a little bit of water, half a cup of water, add some cinnamon and cayenne powder, blend it all together. And then I put them in a little mason jar, and I will add it to hot water or cold water. With the hot water, I'll add some honey to it. And it's so good, boosts your immune system. It is really great when you have a cold. It helps,
Yep.
with decongestion, everything. So, and it's got a lot of vitamin C. So it's a really good thing to have in the refrigerator, prepared ahead of time. And just if you do one of those a day during the winter months or when your
Yep.
family's sick, it will keep your immune system really strong, which is important.
Interesting. Hmm.
What's your little hack
What
for
immunity?
trying to keep, yeah,
Okay. Do you want to ask this
I
question?
know, I
No,
know, I know. I
no,
don't even,
no, but you
I
can't. No.
know.
Okay, so I've been suffering my whole life with immunological issues. I've been told, and I finally started back at the doctor's 2 months ago. I need immunoglobulin replacement therapy. I have a weak immune system since birth. Nothing I do, but I get sick I get sick with infections all the time. Most ear infections, sinus infection. I got my tonsils out as an adult. Got my nose scraped last year. I'm always sick. Turns out I need this immunoglobulin replacement therapy. I go to the doctor. I get all the blood work done. IgG levels are all low. So it's like I'm going to get like a blood transfusion with people's plasma in hopes it'll eventually help me fight off infection. My body doesn't make enough fighter cells. So I suffer with immunity no matter what I do. Can't help it, right? COVID was amazing because I didn't leave the house, so I didn't really get germs. It was the best thing ever. But Christina, as I'm going through all this blood work and stuff 2 months ago, then the doctor tells me, you may have cancer. And I'm like, what? Multiple myeloma. So now I'm going to a cancer center the
Oh
past
my
month. I'm
God.
not kidding. Talk about scary. I just did a
Oh
bone
my
marrow.
God.
I could tell
You
you, my
haven't even
friend,
told me this before.
bone marrow
Yeah.
biopsy last week.
Oh,
Long story
honey.
short, I didn't get the results back, but they think it's MGUS. It's a blood disorder, which if you have this, it's a higher risk to get the multiple myeloma, which is a blood cancer. You can't cure it. So the blood work now, she doesn't think it's multiple myeloma, thank goodness, but they did the bone marrow test just to see if there are any cancer cells yet, or if not, every 6 months I have to keep monitoring it, because if it turns into the cancer, they could treat it, but it's a deadly cancer, but most people live like 20 years. So talk about lack of
Oh my
myeloma. It's not
gosh.
a question. I'm so sorry. We didn't want to go on this, but I have sucky immunity. Vitamins, this, that, nothing works for someone who innately doesn't have a good immunity to boost. So that's what I was just going to say.
Oh, honey, I'm so sorry. I
It's
didn't
okay.
know.
So
So,
yeah, I know, no, but so I really don't do anything for my immunity. I'm going to start doing immunoglobulin replacement therapy after this whole cancer stuff is over, and like hopefully it's over, and I go back to the doctor again next week and the week after. So, but most people
yes.
take
So there's,
vitamins and do stuff like that.
yeah,
I can't.
most people take a vitamin C, a zinc, and a D, and they're good.
Or
Um,
emergency. What was it called? Yeah.
yes, emergency. That's good. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of sugar in it. So that's why I kind of make
Um,
my own. You can also add, so the thing that the beauty tonic that we were just referring to with the ginger and the cayenne pepper and the, lemon and everything, you can also add a pinch of salt. And that will give you, if you're having a hard time absorbing, sometimes we're not absorbing the water. We're drinking a lot of water. And that's another thing people will say. I drink so much water. How am I dehydrated? Well, sometimes our bodies is not absorbing the water. So if you add just a little pinch of salt, it helps to absorb the water, to be hydrated. So there's all these little things. And, I really do believe in, treating our bodies from the inside out. I really believe that nutrition is just so key. Gut health is imperative for a healthy body. So, bone broth is really good. You can add garlic to that and ginger as well, and lemon. And that actually will boost your collagen levels as well. When you add a little bit of lemon to a bone broth, it strengthens the collagen. So those are all important. And then, a probiotic is really helpful, spirulina, chloroxygen, and the green juice, the famous green juice that I go on about. But I really do feel that getting those power greens, the beet, cleans the liver, all different vegetables. And I know you're not the biggest fan of those.
You
but
remember, you're so cute. Yep.
I do feel that those things really do help with immune issues for sure. So I'm going to get you to the green side. Still.
Maybe that's it. Maybe I never my whole life. Maybe that's it. I never really was green.
I'm telling you, it makes a huge difference, especially, all those greens and you can disguise it. So I would make drinks for my kids when they were growing up in the Vitamix. I would get apple juice or orange juice. I would throw in a banana, an apple, and just handfuls of power or of spinach. Let's just use spinach, because that spinach doesn't have a flavor. It will take on whatever flavor, the banana, the orange, or the apple. It will take it on. So I would put it in a wine glass for my kids at dinner time. And I put a little straw and I'm like, okay, there's your little baby cocktail, the green juice. And when you're finished, then you can have the pasta. You can have the chicken or whatever else that I was serving that day. But I would always give that to them first. And that was just, a habit they got into. So
Smart
I'm really
mommy.
blessed now. Well, I'm trying, I think maybe because my mom was sick when I was a young girl, health is really a big factor for me. I really believe that, taking the time, and I know everyone's busy and you don't have a lot of time, but just being extra disciplined and having these things ready ahead of time, you will grab it if it's ready. If you have to think about it every day in the morning when you're trying to get the kids ready and making the green juice and all this, it's like no one's going to do it.
No. Mm-mm.
So I do it ahead of time. I get these little, those mason jars that you can recycle them every day. And you just have them in the fridge and have the green juice ready. The kid, they have these little mini ones for the green juice, give it to the kids. Also, every time you get into the car, if you're having a problem consuming enough water, every time you get in the car, grab a bottle of water that you have prepared in the fridge and go. So if you get into the car, as you do, I'm sure you get in the car 8-10 times a day. Imagine you don't have a water issue, but
I keep these in my pocketbook at all times.
See?
And then my kids, mm-hmm.
Do your kids like water?
Love water. Like last night, we took the I've never take the train. I'm not into trains, but we live out on Long Island, and I had to go take them to a circuit. It was a press event, so I get free tickets to go see like the Radio City Rockettes. We did that 2 weeks ago.
Fun.
We drive in, deal with 3 hours of traffic. But last night we took the train to Madison Square Garden to see a circus show called. It was the night before, 8 o'clock at night. 2 kids have fallen asleep, but so on the train, Mom, you got water? I'm like, bam, here in my pocketbook always. And they like it warm, whatever. That's it. So they're big water drinkers. So I'm good with that.
That is a great thing. Yes. You know what? That's amazing that you've done that, because a lot of kids, they don't, I don't like water. I don't like it. Well, kids, whatever you give them from the beginning is, what they're going to get used to. So you've gotten in this amazing habit of giving them water all the time.
But not the vegetables. Now at least one does. One does, the other one just will not touch it. So it's okay. I got one.
That's why you disguise it with the green juice and the banana and the apple and the orange. And they don't taste it. They're like, oh, this is good. You just tell them it's a smoothie. You don't tell them there's anything green in it. I don't know why green has such an issue with kids. It's like the color green. They're like, God, It's like the end of the world. So
Um,
I have been, tell me what.
Pretty girl, Mike, how do we contact you? We never even established. We're talking to
Oh,
Christina
yes,
Flach, but yeah, we just got right into conversation. Your
as
product, tell
usual.
us. Yeah. Hmm.
Yes. So you can go to prettygirlmakeup.com. If you want to see what I do, christinaflack.com, and scroll down. There's video of shows I've done on California Live. We have some really great segments, and there's some water segments. We're doing we did a water bar of how can you get people to drink water. So we added blueberry, mint, pineapple to the water that's already in the mason jars. And
Ooh,
so people grab it. The kids will grab it. If it's there, they will, if you do it, they will drink it, but they're not going to drink it. They need a little nudging. So that's
that's
what all
like if
that's
I buy
about.
soda for the house, which is a rarity, little Dr. Pepper cans. Guess what? They're always drinking them if they're here. If they're not, they don't drink them. See, it's what you bring in and what you provide. Yeah.
Exactly, exactly. So I've been really busy doing a bunch of photo shoots, which has been great. I just signed a new contract to go to the Super Bowl for 7 days to work on that. So
Oh
that'll
my
be
gosh.
fun.
Who in particular do you know? You can't say,
Well,
or
I got hired. No, I can say
is it part, do you do
I
the coaches in the team or God,
I
because they need
do
touch-ups.
Radio Row. So I do so Radio Row they have going on. They have a whole like a huge area that is just for the celebrities and the people on the different shows to come. And so I do the makeup for all of them.
Got it.
So that'll be
Wow.
fun.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, that'll
Where
be
is the
fun. So
Super Bowl? I don't even know this year. Is it Vegas?
it's in Vegas this
It
year.
is. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
It's gonna be great. So I'm gonna go do that. Nickelodeon hired me, Paramount and NFL. So you have to get approval by all of those people. They do
Awesome.
background checks. It's like a huge deal. Yeah.
Wow, congratulations. That's
Thank
great.
you. Yes.
That's
And then I did
exciting.
yeah, it was fun. And then I was at the APEC convention in San Francisco with Fox, with Trace Gallagher. Do you know him?
No, I don't.
Yeah, he's a commentator from LA. So I
Okay.
was with him for 2 days for doing that. So that was interesting. And let's see, what else have I worked on? Tyler Florence, we did
Yeah.
Williams Sonoma. That should be
Uh-huh.
coming out. So
Beautiful.
we've got all kinds of fun things. And then I'm starting
And,
a new
and just, how many
podcast.
years you been doing this for, by the way? Because you had, when
Oh
the
my
kids were
God,
little, were you
100.
doing makeup and were you working? How did you do it with the kids?
I was very blessed that I had a nanny. So, and being a makeup artist, I don't work every day. So it
Yeah.
was
Okay.
really a great thing being a mom that I was able to, if they had a field trip or something in the
Yeah.
classroom, I was able to like kind of select.
Wait,
And I didn't work
did you
with,
have a live-in nanny? So jealous.
no, I had one
Oh,
that she came every day,
oh
but
God, I'm so jealous.
but I had like 100 children. So I
Okay,
needed
yeah,
someone to
yeah,
help with the
yeah.
driving.
No, it's true. Yeah, I mean, of
Yeah.
course, I get it. But go ahead, tell me about the podcast.
Yeah, so I have a new podcast. Well, it's actually a TV show coming out in we're gonna start, I think, in January, 24 episodes, and it's called I'm Too Busy. So what I'm gonna be doing is interviewing people like you. I'm gonna be calling you for an interview, my love. And
Please.
yeah, so it's just about talking with different of my celebrity clients and friends, and different people in all different industries of like, how are you successful even though you're too busy? How is it like? How do you find balance? How do you, what have you done that has separated you from everyone else to make you be exceptional? So all these different things, we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about makeup and fashion and wellness and nutrition
Awesome.
and laughter and joy. So
Where can
yeah,
we
I'm
find
excited about
this?
that.
Where is it going to be?
Well, it's gonna be coming out on all the different streaming things except
Awesome.
Netflix. So
Awesome.
yeah, we'll have that coming out. So I'm looking forward to it.
Congratulations. I'm honored. I'm talking to a celebrity, not even a
Oh,
celebrity makeup
please,
artist. Believe.
you're the celebrity.
No, no, no. This is
I'm just your
awesome.
friend.
No,
Mm,
congratulations. This is great stuff.
thank you. Yeah, it'll be good. And then I have another California Live. We're going, Berlin Fisher and I are going to be January 2nd. We have another
Okay.
episode coming out. And right now it's just being It's so funny, this water thing. They have played it, California Live on NBC, this water bar thing that Berlin and I did. They've done it like 5 times. They've replayed
Awesome.
it over and over. I guess everyone needs to
Yeah.
hear about
Hey,
hydration.
do you know Courtney Friel?
I don't.
I think she's
Who's
on Good Day LA, I guess it is.
Oh, I don't
I
know
don't know if you
her.
ever work for them at all, but no, she used to work
No,
with me in New York City
unfortunately.
at Fox and at
Oh,
Pix where I
how
used to work.
fun.
But just curious. But so mostly NBC you're on when you do the morning show. When you say California Live, that's on NBC?
It's on NBC every day at 11:30.
Got
So
it.
I'm
Thank
on a
you so
couple
much.
times a month. Yeah, it's fun. It's a fun show.
Awesome. And where are they in Studio City? Where are they? Where's all the
They are in Studio City,
Okay,
and
cool.
then they have it's all over California. So they come to me. I'm so blessed, or actually, I'll go to NBC Studio in San Francisco, and just depending where I am and what they want to do. And so it's Berlin, and I have a lot of fun with that.
Awesome. Wow, I'm so happy for you. Such an amazing person. Any vacations coming up? Anything exciting?
Good one. Oh gosh, I'm ready to go to a beach. It's just too
Holidays.
cold,
What are you doing for the holidays?
right? I don't know what I'm
Wait,
doing yet.
did you
I'm kind of
celebrate
thinking.
Hanukkah or Christmas? Well, happy Hanukkah if you do, or those
Well,
listening.
thank you too.
And
Yes, happy Hanukkah if
Merry
you are
Christmas.
Jewish, and happy Christmas. My ki- my kid's dad is Jewish, so they're half, and so we celebrate all holidays.
Good.
Anything with food and presents, we're all about it. And getting together. Yeah. So I've got two Christmas trees out in front of my house, and they're decorated super cute. And so yeah, I love Christmas. It's fun. I just
It's
like the
the
whole
most wonderful
sparkling
time of the year. So true.
It really is. What do you have going on with those babies? You
Well,
have
we're going
lots
to
of fun
Nashville
stuff.
this weekend to the Gaylord
Nice.
Opryland Hotel. So there's like this whole ice exhibit that someone carved. There's ice skating, there's snow tubing, there's like fun stuff at the hotel. We don't even leave the hotel. And
Amazing.
then Christmas is just um uh I'm like whispering, the kids are not here, but no, we're the surprise. They're getting
The
an
house here is
we
at my
lost our
tell the
cat
babies.
last year. We adopted a cat that's
Oh.
blind 2 months ago, but they're getting a kitten. So they're getting a kitten as a surprise. So
Oh.
I'm just family. It's just
What
my
color is this
mom.
kitten? Let's tell me about this kitten.
Okay. Oh my God. The cat
Did you
itself,
get
the
it from Beth Stern? Did you get it from
no,
Beth
I
Stern
know
with
that. No, no. But the kitten is gray, fluffy, looks like
oh
a little Persian, and it's so cute. The other one is a tabby
oh
domestic with the what's blind. So, oh my God, beautiful.
oh good.
It's like,
So
hold
do you
on.
know, do we have a name yet? Do we think? I can't.
You know I'm
How is
working
that
from
baby
home,
named?
right? I'm hiding
Oh
this.
my
I'm
God.
hiding
How
her
are you
in my
hiding that?
attic, in my
I
bathroom, in the spare room,
cannot.
and she screams all night. I got her last week. I'm trying my best to keep her a secret.
I girl,
Like,
I don't
I
know
was
how you're
hoping
gonna
she'd
keep
come
all
over.
that.
I'm like, can you believe this?
Okay, she is so damn cute. I
They would
can't
be
even
so
take it.
surprised, but they heard the meowing this morning. I put her in the car. I threw her in the car with the heat on. I'm like, I'm trying to hide her. Every time they wake up, I blast Christmas music. I'm trying to avoid her getting seen.
I can't.
It may not work.
This is the funniest Jill story we've ever done right now. This is it. Hiding a baby. And for a month. She's so cute.
She's cute. She
She
doesn't
looks
have a
like
name.
she needs a foofy name.
Yeah, well,
She
Princess
needs
is
a
my old
very
Persian. I had a Persian, and then my domestic tabbies are always Cuddles. But we got Jackpot now, the one that's blind, and this one, I don't know. They'll have to. I pray that I can pull this off. I'm hiding a cat in my house.
I can't wait. Okay, for next week to hear this update. Okay, this is legendary. I
You
had
only you. People would be like, "Why she's brought on the show? This girl's unprofessional. She's talking about her sty. She's talking about cancer." It's
you
thank
know
you. I
what?
love
Our
you.
show's interesting. We talk about real stuff. This is
Hmm
mom talk.
I can't believe
This
she
is
was
mom
here.
talk.
I feel her at my feet. I was like,
I
yes.
love that. I'm so excited I got to see her. She's so cute. Oh my
Thank you.
God. Okay, so here's my weird animal story. So, I live out in California and we have some land. And so I literally I heard about this animal auction where people would go buy these animals and it's like a slaughterhouse. So I, of course, took it upon myself to go there one day and I left with 6 baby goats. And I put them in my Suburban and went home. And then I realized I called my farm animal vet because everyone has one, right? And I'm and I go, so what do I do with these babies? They're like, well, he goes, you're gonna have to bottle feed them. And I'm like, there's 6. So I call all my girlfriends. I send out this mass text. I'm like, hey, all y'all need to come over and help with feeding these babies. So, for the first 2 or 3 days, let's say 3 days, everyone was fighting over feeding the babies because they need to eat all the time. And then it was like, I couldn't get anyone. And I felt like, you see that, like that stray dog in the street that's had like 50 babies and she looks exhausted.
Oh,
That's how I felt.
how many days did you have them for?
I kept them. I had them. Like,
they're on the farm right now?
Well, yeah, they've kind of diminished since, because this has been
I'm not, so you didn't bring them in the house. They stay outside. I don't know.
No, they stay outside. I had a dog house for them. They like an igloo and they love that. So
you are so fun.
It gets better. I called my farm animal vet and I said, I can't do this anymore. Like, what am I going to do? And he goes, go down to the paint store, get a 5-gallon bucket, have them drill 6 holes in it or whatever holes, and put the goat formula in there and these nipples, and then you don't have to deal. So I was like holding this bucket. So every time these goats would see me, they'd come and like poke my leg because that's how they would get their thing. So they thought I was their mom. So yeah, all kinds of funny little animal stories there are in life. And then, the cats, the dogs, the hamsters, fish, so much fun.
Well, I love this. You're amazing. I didn't know this. I can't wait to meet you. Okay, we have to go. I'm so sorry, Christina. The next guest is waiting.
I love you.
Always a pleasure. Tell us how we can reach you.
Please go to ChristinaFlach.com, PrettyGirlMakeup.com, and I'mTooBusy.co for my new skincare and makeup line. And I love you, Jill, and I can't wait to hear how the continued hiding of the baby kitty goes.
Or the upset you'll see in my face if they already know. It would be the best surprise ever.
I don't want to see it.
Santa, I know.
Want to see that on Instagram.
Okay. I'm trying my best. I'm
going to be like, if I see that on Instagram that you couldn't keep, I'm going to feel so bad for you. I know you're trying so hard.
I am. Thank you so much,
Don't you
Christina.
have a girlfriend that can take this baby?
My sister was supposed to, and then she backed out on me. I'm very pissed off, to be honest. We'll talk about that next time.
That's another episode.
That's another episode. Thank you so much, Christina.
Are you looking for even more of the podcasts and hosts that you love? The Podcast Business News Network is proud to announce that you now have even more ways to listen live. Check out the MyTuner Radio, online radio box, and Simple Radio apps on iOS and Android, or find us online. Search for Business News Network on mytuner-radio.com, or search Podcast Business News Network on streama.com and onlineradiobox.com/US. Take your podcasts on the go and don't miss a minute of the action.
Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers.
Day-to-day simple tasks can become pretty daunting.
I have to carry my chair up 2 flights of steps or have somebody do it for me.
What scares me the most is just the falling.
When I'm struggling with my house, I think, to have that one great barrier just knocked down, it's crucial.
Home for Our Troops is a wonderful nonprofit that builds a
mortgage-free, fully adaptive, handicap-accessible house.
And there's no catch.
It'll be our very first home that we've ever owned. This is a game changer.
This is where your life begins again.
We need you to join us in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
Because of you, everything's going to be okay.